some homework on the board up in that big. I'm guessing that's the shift change room. That big room at the front.
There's homework.
She's gonna quiz us on street name.
All his offices are cleaned up from the triage.
Oh, I could probably do that.
From the prison transport. I want to see him in the briefing room.
I'm a GPS Andy.
I'm not.
I
Give me a
know.
street.
That's why I let you drive.
What is the street to the left that is adjacent to the west? Sorry, that is adjacent to Elgin Avenue.
Power.
You mean parallel?
Yeah, power it is.
You
What?
mean
You didn't know
parallel.
that?
You said adjacent. That confused me. Adjacent
Yeah,
means
yeah,
next
like
to.
across.
Yeah, to the
Like
east
next
it's
to.
Strawberry for at least a little bit, and then and at some point you get up
I
north.
miss the
far
whole of Strawberry. I'm not gonna lie. I love that street.
I do
Strawberry.
kind
Well,
of
it gets annoying.
Strawberry. Yeah.
The worst is when the street changes into another street.
Yeah. And the one that's actually confusing, you can get a lot of people with the trick question, is Dutch London, because you got West Dutch London, you got East Dutch London that go into the Barria, and the West Dutch London that curves into Calais. You could probably trick
Right, 'cause
somebody
it's
on
like
that.
a split road, right?
Yeah. One's a whole along in the south.
Here we go. Here we go. This might be easier
Okay.
for you. Okay.
Oh, for him? I'll hold my answer then.
What is the street that is perpendicular to the south side of MRPD?
Fuck. Is that Adam's apple?
They're cracking down on us and getting, you know what I mean? with all
No,
that
it
stuff.
would be Vespucci.
Am I at least
I don't think you
close?
guys can take this.
I don't think we can
It's
take
the
that.
perpendicular that gets
Nope.
you, I think. I think it's the terms.
But when
Like,
you
I
think
thought-
perpendicular, just think
I thought
90-degree
horizontal.
angle.
So Vespucci.
So it would be Vespucci, yes.
Okay, see, I forgot Vespucci existed because I always take
It'd be
Adam's apple.
perpendicular to the front of MRPD. So it
Okay,
would
I
be-
was close. I'm gonna admit I was
That's
close.
good. You was close. You're just a street
Oh.
over.
Yeah.
You know what helped me is the way Colt taught me. That's how I ended up like getting oriented without GPS and knowing if somebody says like a street, then I know exactly where to go.
Hey man, bring everybody from the.
So the way I always
here.
learned the streets
That's
is
already
I set myself a center point, and my center point was Legion Square. And then I
Right.
knew Legion Square, like the way you look at it. So if you look at it from Vespucci, that would be like it would be like a compass, right? Like north of Legion Square, east, south, and west. And then I'd always gauge like my cardinals from that on the GPS. And then my street names just came after that. Like, I know the street, one street over to the west, the street directly to the west of Legion Square is Elgin. One over is Power. One
Right.
over is, you know what I mean? Also,
San Andreas goes by the hospital.
like Peaceful Street is the street up the side of Red Garage.
Cougars
Yeah.
over by Bay City.
One over that from next to White Garage is Collect, you know what I mean?
This is where being in the county failed me. Is I didn't have to learn any fucking road names. Yeah, he's on Route 68. Duh.
You're going
Which
over the
side of Route
Vespucci,
68?
and you can see that someone is veering and they're about to turn onto Peaceful next to Red Garage, and you can call that cardinal and that street name
Yeah, moving on.
before they get onto it and before you get onto it. Then parallels are. I mean,
It's a lot easier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I get it.
parallels
I
are
get it.
exponentially better. And
Street
then
names are obviously
spiking is
important.
exponentially easier. Like,
Yeah. I'm
like
like
a
same
snowball
page.
effect,
I just
yeah.
come from a small town. You know, I come from small town policing where there weren't this many streets, so I'm just getting used to it.
I mean, I don't know every single street. You get me up into the Vinewood Hills, I'm cooked. But
Oh my god, those
I know
that's
some of them. I
spaghetti.
don't know all of them. Like, it's like every little
That's-
turn is a different name.
About how there's two lots.
If you ever get like an area like that where every little tiny street is something different, stick to the one like that people know more. You know what I mean?
You know, you got Las
Yeah.
Lagunas, and then there's Laguna Place. Laguna Place runs in between
Right.
some apartments, and it's just a small little spit of a street. It's literally a length of a block.
Right.
But Las Lagunas goes all the way up north, merges
La,
into
la,
Bay
la,
Tree.
Las
But the fact of the matter
Lagunas,
is,
do,
even if
do,
people
do.
just learn the streets in the city, it's gonna make everyone's job
Oh, yeah.
and the comms way easier.
Even just the majors, right? Like you don't have to know the alleyway that connects, like Integrity Way, the tiniest street. Okay, well, Integrity's a little bigger. You don't have to know Swiss Street that splits Integrity Way, right? That is
Right.
literally a block wide. but if you know like the majors around it, you can call it out when they're turning, right?
Yeah, even just calling out that, like, oh, they're going to come out South Elgin. Heading east to South Elgin.
I mean, yeah, everyone should start by learning the main thoroughfares, like Elgin, Power, Alta, like the main roads. Do
The big
those
strips.
first. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's the main strip. San Andreas and Vespucci are the big east to
Right, because
west
they stretch
streets.
pretty long as well. Like, and you
Yeah.
know that Elgin's
No, it
gonna
goes across
merge
the entire
into
city. Yeah.
Innocence, and then Innocence is east to west, vice versa, right? Same
You
with
got
Capital.
Hawick,
Like, Strong's
Hawick
gonna
and
turn
Del
onto Capital.
Perro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
They're the-
knowing
it's
your
a lot
big
more
major
original
throughways.
Right.
Honestly, where I fucked up is the freeways because they changed names so much. You'd think they'd be easier, but like, okay, we're Del Perro Freeway. Nope, now we're Olympic. No, it's actually La Puerta. Like when
Oh,
they
the
hit
way
those
I know it
intersections.
is the big elevated freeway that goes east to west is Olympic.
Yep.
Yeah.
If it goes the elevated freeway that goes north to south is La Puerta.
This-
Yep.
Yeah.
The ones on the ground, the east to west is Del Perro, and then south to north is Los Santos into Sonora.
Well,
And
then
you
you
have
got
Great
Del
Ocean.
Perro that
Yeah.
turns into Elysian, which turns into
Yep.
El Rancho, which goes by Miriam Way Turner Overpass.
Yep.
And you have Olympic
You
turning
rarely
into
get onto those, though.
Palomino.
Like, well, I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's
you
really-
see
it's
it in
really
boosts.
interchanges.
Because they
It's
just
the-
like to take the circle.
Yeah.
Right?
It's the interchanges that get messy.
Yeah, those
you know?
those other things, as long as you learn the main thoroughfares,
Yeah.
like the other things will come over time.
That's where I get tongue tied is when they're like, yeah, they're taking
hot
the
dogs.
exit down Palomino into La Puerta. Like that's where it's like, Jesus Christ. But that's too much words anyways for a fucking call out, in my opinion.
Yeah, what?
Just-
That's
they're
the
taking
one
the
thing
exit.
I'd like to cut out is that people are just like going through and taking the exit to then it's going to be in the and it's already you've already lost the plot by the time.
Right.
Yeah, Captain Riker and I we had some good correcting on our ride along yesterday because that sort of happened
Hey, Bird.
where people started motor mouthing when we had two parallel chases, and we cleaned it up so it was just one chase go, second chase go, one chase go, second chase go. Say the comms.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. Each 80 also has to give a little bit of space because in case there's a severe call
Yeah.
out that needs to be made.
Yeah. No, I don't mean like go go go. I mean like
Yeah.
one chase.
That's one mistake that they're making. Right
It goes
now.
like one chase, second chase, wait a little bit. One chase, second chase, wait a little bit.
Yeah. I was trained every 5 to 10 seconds you make a call out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's the sweet spot.
So basically, we did the comms for the chase, and then gave some room, right? And it's just you gotta like. Whereas like we had to correct someone who's just going like taking the left turn, moving onto the highway. Oh, taking another turn onto this road, and then another. Oh, he looks like he's had to like, all right, guy.